of the 1981-82 season for the McDowell Daredevils. And the cheerleaders now are giving their introductory yell, and the Daredevils will be coming onto the floor in just a moment. This is yours truly, Pete Grigsby Jr., tonight bringing you the interviewing and the color of this basketball game. Hopefully Marty Spurlock will be here tonight to do your play-by-play. On our pregame show again will be Coach David Turner, and we'll be featuring the band, McDowell High School band, and cheerleaders and majorettes and all seniors tonight at senior night at McDowell. And here come the Daredevils onto the floor. The band is beginning to play the school song, and all loyal Daredevil fans come to their feet in honor of the Daredevils, and all the seniors tonight are being honored, which is a tradition here at McDowell, and we have a nice crowd on hand. We have Roger Hayes back with us on the camera. He's doing an outstanding job for us. We certainly appreciate Roger. And all the statisticians who help us and scores. Throughout the evening, we want to thank you. McDowell will be in quest of its 22nd victory against 9 defeats. Since we last saw you, McDowell went to Millard this past Tuesday night and won by the score of 57-54, winning their 21st game of the season. So they entered tonight's contest with the record of 21 wins and 9 defeats for the season. And this will be their final prep game and their last of the season, but their final prep game for the district tournament beginning next week at Allen Central when McDowell faces next Wednesday night the Prestonburg Black Cats. We'll be with you just a minute for the pregame talk with Coach Turner. Hello, everybody out there, all you loyal McDowell fans. We're ready for the final game of the season between the McDowell Daredevils and the Letcher County Eagles. Coach, I got that nickname correct, didn't I?
That's the first time.
I've been wanting to call everybody Indians this year ever since we played Montgomery County. Coach, I know you must be proud of your win last Tuesday night against Millard, and particularly last Saturday night against Round County. Going for your 22nd win on the season. What comments do you have to the fans out there about the Millard game and the game tonight?
Well, over at Millard, we won that game without our starting forward, Roger Moore. Roger was out with a sprained wrist. We don't know if he'll play tonight. He probably won't. He's dressed. He's out there warming up, but we don't know if he's going to see any action or not tonight. We won that ball game by 3 points. We had a 16-point lead with 4 minutes to play, and they chiseled away, and we finally won by 3. We've won 5 straight ball games now, or 4 straight, looking for our 5th straight tonight. If we're not ready for this Letcher County bunch, they'll be tough, so we're going to have to be on our toes tonight.
I noticed that Coach Bates is not here tonight. The boys from Letcher County told me that he was scouting Jenkins, so I probably will have one of his assistants on tonight. Do you know anything about the Eagles that you would care to tell the fans about?
Well, the person that will be coaching them tonight is Richard Adams. Richard assists Danny Bates over there at Letcher County. Letcher County likes to play a man-to-man defense, a 2-3 zone, and I was told by a coach over there in their district that they will go to some type of combination defenses if they have to stop certain key players. They may play a triangle and 2, they may play a diamond and 1, and they will press 2-2-1, full court.
Do you know the record for the season, Coach?
One of the coach that I talked to today, and he didn't want me to reveal his name, so he said they had won 17 or 18 ball games.
Well, it appears that they have another good ball team over at Letcher County. This rivalry goes back many years ago, and Letcher County and McDowell has played 1 game per season now for many, many years. I know I started playing them back when I was coaching here. And I don't know, did we play them when you were playing for me, Coach? Do you recall?
We started playing them when I was a junior, right? And we've continued on in the same date year after year. It's always the last game of the season for both teams.
I believe, in all due respect, that they have only won one game in this total series.
One time, that's it. So we hope we can keep it at one tonight.
Well, McDowell's been very fortunate against Letcher County. Of course, that doesn't assure us anything for tonight's game, but I would certainly expect us to be a slight favorite at the least. And hopefully we can come away with win number 22 tonight on the season.
Well, that's what we're going to be shooting for. The boys are aware of the fact that we're 21-9, and we certainly don't want to go to 21-10. We want to go to 22-9. And if we can prepare ourselves mentally and get ready for this basketball game and just play our game, then we should be the favorites, just mainly because we're here in our own gym.
Could you tell the fans your probable starting lineup tonight, and also what you'll do if Roger Moore doesn't play?
We'll go with Grigsby and Halbert at the guards, Turner in the middle, and Johnson at one forward, and Short will start at the other forward if Roger doesn't start, and probably that'll be the way we'll go with Short, Greg Short.
Coach, I know this is a sad moment in a way, tonight being senior night, and you have several seniors on your squad. Would you like to comment about your seniors?
We have 6 seniors this year. Pete Grigsby, Steve Halbert. Pete's been a 4-year starter. Certainly hate to lose him. Halbert has started for 2 years now. And Frank Johnson is a 2-year starter. Roger Moore, a 2-year starter. All those boys have been on the A team for 3 years, with the exception of Petey. He was there for 4. And then we picked up Tommy McKinney this year. This is Tommy's really his first season with the varsity. Greg Short was with us part of the time last year, and then he wasn't with us the last semester, but he's back this year and he's doing a good job for us. So 6 seniors off of the 12-man squad. It's going to be, graduation is going to take its toll on us.
Well, Coach, you built for 2 years for this year and last year. Last year you won 26 games with these boys being a nucleus of your team, plus Jimmy Dale Turner, who is a junior. So you've enjoyed 26 wins last year and 21 plus this year, I'm going to say. So even though it may be rebuilding next year somewhat, these boys have been the nucleus of your team, like I said, plus Jimmy Dale.
Right. We've rebuilt. Let's see, we started when Petey was a freshman. Jimmy Dale was in the 8th grade. We used those 2 boys along with, if you remember, Chester, Newsom, and Stuart Osborne. And we rebuilt for 2 years in anticipation of being able to pick up some 20-game seasons, and we have been able to do that when these boys matured and become juniors and seniors.
Well, I know you've enjoyed him for some time. As you said, Petey's a 4-year starter, and I'm awfully proud that he's been able to be associated with the Daredevils and with you, and I think all the other boys would feel the same way. Could you tell us somewhat of a schedule tonight for senior night, Coach, so that we can adjust our programming for tonight's TV crowd?
Okay, just before the start of the ball game, we'll have the senior basketball players, managers, cheerleaders, and Mr. Miller also adds the baseball team in there and the band. So all the seniors with those organizations will be asked to come out to center court, stand, and then the school song will be played, and then we'll get on with the basketball game.
Is there a time, possibly after the game, if everything's okay, that we could talk to your seniors for a moment and with Jimmy Dale Turner?
Right. As soon as the ball game's over, we'll get them over here if you want to.
Okay, I'd like to have them and have you with them right here on the camera for them to say goodbye to all the fans out there. We certainly have enjoyed them this season, Coach. It's been a successful season, and we hope that you'll have all the success in the world in the tournaments. And I just heard an interesting thing today on television before I came to the game tonight, and that is in the boys state tournament at Rupp Arena, the 15th region drew the 14th region in the first round, and in the same bracket with the 16th region and the 3rd region. That looks to me like a pretty good draw for the winner of its regional tournament.
Certainly is. It looks like I'd like to get in that thing this year if that's the way it is. That's going to be the best draw we've had in, 10 years anyway.
Oh, 10 or maybe 15 for that matter.
Probably 15. I know we didn't have any in 71 or 73, did we?
Absolutely. So, you know, you got a lot to look forward to. These boys have got the capability of beating anybody that I've seen them play this year, and I think you've done a good job in bringing them around at the right time here at the end of the season and ready for tournament play. I just hope that Roger Moore is able to contribute as he has been in the past, and I hope that you have all your boys healthy for the district tournament.
Well, I hope so too. I've enjoyed having them and enjoyed coaching your son and all those boys. We're all friends. We all like each other, and we're just a good unit right now, and I hope Roger can overcome his wrist problem. If he can, we're going to be in good shape in the district tournament and perhaps in the regional. We certainly hope so.
Absolutely. Coach, it's been good to have you with us. And if you would send over Coach, is it Adams?
Yes.
Send him over, and I'd like to talk to him for a minute before we continue on. Okay. Do you have any parting comment?
No, Coach, that's good. We'll get Coach Adams in here. Thank you.
Okay, send him over, folks. We'd like to talk to the Letcher County coach tonight, who is the assistant coach. And Coach Denny Bates is not with us tonight. And this is Coach Adams. What's your first name?
Smith.
What?
Richard Smith.
I'm sorry, Coach Richard Smith. So, Coach Smith, excuse me for that error. I thought it was Coach Adams. Coach Smith, welcome here to McDowell and to this ball game tonight.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rigsby. Good to be here.
Coach Bates, I understand he's somewhere else, probably scouting a team or what have you.
He's been sick, and he decided to take the night off just more or less to regroup personally and get ready for the district.
Well, he's a personal friend of mine as well as a longtime colleague in the coaching business. So I'd like for you to tell him that I hope he gets well, and I wish him the very best in the tournament to come up next week.
Certainly will. Thank you for the...
Coach, what's your record, your team's record this year?
I believe is 19 and 12 or so.
Well, that's an outstanding record. Denny always has a good record.
Well, at times we've played real well. We've beaten 3 or 4 good ball clubs, and at other times we've taken our lumps. We've been an up and down season. Of course, we're still a young ball club. We've only got 2 seniors, and hopefully we'll be a little better off next year.
Well, it's been a nice rivalry. You tell Coach Bates and all the people over there that we certainly are glad to continue the rivalry. It started about 20 years ago. Did you realize that?
Yeah, I realize it's a pretty old rivalry. I'm a graduate of Letcher. Our principal, Cheryl Sloan, is an alumnus of McDowell here, and I'm certainly certain that he would like to see the rivalry continue, and we certainly would. We enjoy it, and our girls play now too, you know.
Right. Mr. Sloan, your principal, is a student of mine. He graduated with Coach Turner here. So, you know, I had a long-time connection with Mr. Taylor, D.C. Taylor over there, and with his son and all the rest. So we certainly enjoy having you all play each year, play at McDowell, and Letcher County the following year. So you tell everybody hello for me over there, will you?
Well, I sure will, and I'd like to say, Coach, that you just dated yourself because through thorough research, we discovered that Mr. Sloan is now 52 years old, and you taught him.
I taught him, but I don't believe he's that old. Coach, good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
There you have our pregame show. And people, I'm not quite that old. So anyway, I'm getting close, but I'm not that old. So anyway, there's our pregame show. And pretty soon we'll be bringing you senior night. And in the booth now, we have Roger Hayes on the camera tonight. And Marty Spurlock, our delinquent play-by-play announcer, has shown up tonight. So my throat is going to be much better. Get over in the booth right now.
Again, performing on the court right now is Kim Moore. She's a senior this year. She's one of the head majorettes. She's a very beautiful young lady, a very talented young lady. She'll be graduating and leaving the majorette court for McDowell. A very fine performance by Kim Moore. She's a native of McDowell. She's a senior this year. She will be graduating and leaving the Majorette Corps. She'll be very, very hard to replace. Performing now at center court is Jenny Martin. She is also a senior. She'll be leaving McDowell this year also. She is the daughter of Julius Martin. Very lovely young lady, very talented young lady. Jenny is the daughter of Julius and Mary Rose Martin.
Marty, the Daredevils have come onto the floor shooting their foul shots and getting warmed up for the game. We've just been entertained by the McDowell High School Majorettes. Their seniors have done a fine job tonight.
Yes, Coach, they have. McDowell is very blessed with some real pretty young ladies. They're always well represented. These girls do a fine job. They work hard. They put a lot of time, a lot of effort into their chore as Majorette. I would like to mention that these girls worked all year preparing in their Majorette work. They work out their own money to buy their own uniforms. They work real hard, and they support themselves, but they have very, very fine sponsors.
And the cheerleaders just gave a nice yell for us. Their sponsor is Miss Sherry Lance. And these girls do a fine job. Daredevils are well supported by the band, the cheerleaders, and the majorettes throughout the season. Mrs. Looney, is, of course, is the band director here at McDowell.
Coach, we'd like to take this opportunity to invite the people from the McDowell area here to support the McDowell Boy Scouts of America, Troop 870. They'll be selling tickets starting in March to Expo 82, which will be taking place at Rupp Arena on May the 1st. Attending that Expo 82 to entertain the Boy Scouts will be the Wildcats, all the Wildcat team, Kenny Anderson, the most valuable player of the National Football League this year, and a famous movie star. We ask the fans in our area to please support the McDowell Boy Scouts of America, Troop 870, by buying the tickets for Expo 82.
A very worthy cause. Now out on the floor, we have senior night beginning. And the first senior announced is Roger Moore of the basketball team. Mr. Hugo Miller is on the PA system. And here comes Stevie Halbert. McDowell, as Coach Turner said earlier on the pregame show, has 6 seniors. and 4 starters. Here comes Greg Short, a very capable substitute who filled in Tuesday night for Roger Moore, who missed the game over at Miller due to an injury. Here's Petey Grigsby, a 4-year starter at McDowell, playing his last home game, as will the other seniors. Here comes hustling Frank Johnson, another senior. That's a pretty good ball team out there, Marty. And Tommy McKinney. Tommy's a good little ball player, and he's been a good addition to the squad this year. Here comes one of the managers is a senior, too. Karen Sparkman. Coach Turner has been introduced to the crowd, and the crowd is keeping up a lively clap, or kind of like a chant with the clap. And assistant coach Jerry Fultz. And Greg Johnson, a student manager and an assistant coach. Greg Johnson, who does a good job for Coach Turner and Daredevils here this year. Now the introduction of the senior cheerleaders, Donna Reynolds. Terry Bentley. Tiny Moore. And the introduction of the sponsor, here she comes with some nice flower arrangements, Sherry Lance.
For the girls basketball Daredevil team, senior Rochelle LeBlanc.
Rochelle LeBlanc is a senior on the Daredevilette team. There she is in the background. Coach Johnny Ray Turner has a young team and only one senior. That's quite a group out there. Some very nice young men and women. One of the managers, Joey Horn. Here he comes across the way. Johnny Ray Turner, the coach, was introduced, and his assistant, Doug DeRosset.
Daredevil cheerleader, Sherry Tackett.
One of the Daredevilette cheerleaders, Sherry Tackett.
And the cheerleader sponsors was Judy Mooney and Will Allen. Baseball team represented by Brian Birdsall.
The baseball team, Brian Birdsall. There's Mrs. Allen. Wilma Allen has come on the floor also. One of the sponsors. Roger Moore, one of the baseball players.
Jimmy Hall.
This is Jimmy Hall.
Greg Short.
Greg's one of the baseball players.
Mike Kinney.
Mike Kinney.
Tony Tackett.
Tony Tackett, one of the baseball players.
Bish Stumpo. And the baseball team is coached by Mr. Jerry Fultz.
And Coach Fultz, there's a baseball team now, or the seniors of a baseball team this year.
At this time, introducing to you the senior band members, majorettes, and flag girls, Miss Judy Mooney.
Mrs. Looney, the band director, will introduce her seniors.
Tonight, I have 3 seniors. Donna Reynolds,
Donna Reynolds,
Michelle LeBlanc,
Michelle LeBlanc,
and Karen Sparkman.
and Karen Spark.
I have 2 senior majorettes. Our head majorette this year is Kim Moore.
Kim Moore, who you saw perform here a few minutes before the game. And Jenny Martin, who also performed. These are the 2 senior majorettes from the high school band this year.
Our field commander is also graduating, Tammy Maggard.
Tammy Maggard, one of the band members.
Ed Noble,
Ed Noble,
Lorraine Martin,
Lorraine Martin,
Joanna Jones,
Joanna Jones,
Mike Newman.
Mike Newman,
The next students that I list for you are students who, even though they are not in band, still march in every parade and play at every ball game.
Leah Stewart,
Paul Studer,
Paul Suter,
Jeff Wright,
Jeff Wright, and Petey Grigsby's already on the floor.
Johnny Moore,
Here comes Jeff,
Judy Moore,
Jimmy Moore,
Sherry Tackett, Leah Stewart, and Randy Combs.
and Randy Combs.
Thank you for your support of the Daredevil teams. Thank you very much.
A fine group of seniors, and the crowd is giving them an arousing applause. They deserve it. A good bunch of seniors. I know the faculty and principal hates to lose a good bunch like this. But our congratulations to the seniors tonight. And I know that everyone here hopes it can be highly successful if the Daredevils can pull out the victory. It'll make it all worthwhile, Marty.
Yes, Coach, it's always worthwhile for the senior boys to go out with a bang. We have some fine senior boys representing McDowell this year. Roger Moore, Stevie Halbert, Petey Grigsby, Frank Johnson, Greg Short.
The remainder
Tommy
of the squad.
McKinney.
Are you giving the squad?
No, I was just giving the seniors, Coach.
Okay, sorry about that. I was talking to our statisticians over here. They're going to help keep us informed, Marty, throughout the game as to assists and shooting percentages and rebounds and you know, tidbits like that, which might interest the fans. So we certainly appreciate that kind of help. We might mention the remainder of the squad. You've seen the 6 seniors. They're backed up by Jimmy Dale Turner, a 6'9" junior center. Jeff Stumble, a 6'3" junior center. David Tuttle, a 5'8" guard, a junior. Tim Newsom, a 6'2" forward, sophomore. Mike Mitchell, 5'9" guard, sophomore. And Doug Hall, a 6-foot freshman. So those 6 plus the 6 seniors make up Coach Turner's 12-man squad. And McDowell is in quest of its 22nd victory of the season. They have a record of 21-9, getting ready to go in tonight's contest. So, Marty, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. I talked and talked the other night, and my throat almost gave out on me, so it's good to see you.
It's good to be here, Coach. We'd like to go over the starting lineups at this time. First for Letcher County, at the guard, number 20, Fred Brown. At the other guard, number 30, Barry Profit. At the center position, number 32, Benny Pugh. At the forward spot, number 52, Eddie Kraft. At the other forward, number 34, Jerry Hall. Now introducing to you the Daredevils of McDowell. Starting at guard, number 35, Pete Grigsby. At the other guard, number 12, Steve Halbert. At the center position, number 52, Jimmy Turner. At one forward spot, number 34, Frank Johnson. At the other forward spot, number 32, Greg Short. So those are the starting lineups tonight, Coach. Looks like Roger Moore is dressed, but will he be playing tonight?
I don't know. He's very questionable tonight. I was surprised to see Greg start, but Roger, it's more important that he's ready for the district. He has his wrist taped up, so he might see action tonight. I just don't know. Of course, Coach Turner is in charge of the situation, and he knows best how to handle it tonight.
Coach Turner was very concerned. We did the girls game here. He's very concerned about Roger. Roger is very important to his team. And he said he wanted to make sure that Roger was able to play tonight if he played at all. And if he was not able to play, then he was not going to play. McDowell controls the tip. Turner tips it to Short. Short gives it to Grigsby. Grigsby working, goes inside to Johnson. Johnson fumbles the ball, has to come back out to Grigsby. Grigsby looking inside, goes inside to Turner. Turner one dribble down, goes up with a shot. Got it. McDowell leads 2-0. 7:40 to go in the first quarter.
Marty, the referees are Joe Pelfrey under the basket and Wendell Wallen down on this end.
Number 30 for Letcher County is Barry Profit. Profit gives down to Hall. Hall comes back out to Profit, who comes around to Brown. Brown gives low to Kraft. It goes up for the shot. No good. Grigsby off for the rebound. He's going to run it out across the timeline. Gives it to Short. Short goes up for the shot. Got it.
Good pass there, Marty, and good movement by Greg Short.
Good play by Short and good pass by Grigsby. Number 30, Profit, gives it across to Brown. Brown dribbling, gives in the corner to Kraft. Kraft works, goes up for the shot, no good. The rebound comes off to Johnson. Johnson gives to Grigsby. He's running her down again. Grigsby stops from 15, no good. Rebound comes off to Profit. Profit's going to race all the way down the court. Goes up for the shot, and we've got a foul in the play. They're going to call Johnson for the foul.
Marty, looks like McDowell is in their 1-3-1 again tonight and using that pressure that has been so successful in the past several games at the center line. And Letcher County appears to be in their man-to-man.
Barry Profit at the line. He'll be shooting 2 shots. Goes up for the first. No good. He'll have one more. Profit toes the stripe, takes a few dribbles and shoots. Got it. McDowell 4, Letcher County 1, 6:44 to go in the quarter. Petey Grigsby with the ball for McDowell. He comes across the timeline. He gives over on the left side to Short. Short looking inside, gives back out front to Grigsby. Over to Halbert, who goes on the right side to Johnson, who goes inside to Turner. Turner makes his move, goes up for the shot, and he's fouled before he can get rid of the ball. Foul will be on number 32, Benny Pugh. Turner will be at the line shooting 2 shots. We have a timeout on the court, Coach. Letcher County takes a timeout.
That was an early timeout, but I suppose they want to adjust to something. Probably they're man-to-man and trying to sag some on Turner. McDowell's going to the big boy early here and going inside. So I guess Coach Smith wants to try to adjust, either change that man-to-man to zone or do some sagging or some help on the weak side on that man-to-man. McDowell is pretty well set in their defense at this moment, but, you know, anything could happen if Letcher County makes a run at them. But if they stay in this man-to-man, I look for McDowell to establish an inside game early like they're doing now.
Jimmy Turner will be at the line. He'll be shooting 2 shots. He's the 6'9" junior center for McDowell. He toes the stripe, eyes the basket, takes a couple of dribbles, and now eyes again and shoots. He goes in and out on him. It was a tough break for Jimmy. Turner eyes the basket again, shoots, got it. McDowell 5, Letcher County 1, 6:27 to go in the quarter. The ball comes in to Brown. Brown looking up court, throws to Pugh. Pugh down to Kraft. Kraft holds up, gives it back out front to Brown. Brown's calling the play, setting up his offense. He goes on the right side to Kraft. He goes up for the 20-footer. Got it. That was a good-looking shot, Coach.
Yes, it was, and it appears that he's comfortable on that baseline against the 1-3-1. McDowell may have to watch that.
Hallward with the ball now. He comes to the top of the circle, gives on the right side to Grigsby, goes up from 15, no good. Rebound comes off to Pugh. Pugh gives it to Brown. Brown coming across the timeline, holds it up. He's going to set up his offense again, his half-court offense. He calls his play, gives it out front to Profit. Profit down in the corner to Hall. They're going to call him for steps.
Good call by referees there. They picked that up real quickly. Letcher did go to a 2-3 zone. You remember we talked about the timeout. They're in a 2-3 zone now.
Harvard with the ball at the top of the circle for McDowell. He gives on the left side to Short. He goes down the corner to Grigsby. Grigsby looking in. He gives inside to Turner on the baseline. He gives low to Frank Johnson, who goes up with a shot and got it.
Good movement by McDowell on offense that time. Good movement of the ball.
Brown with the ball for Letcher County. He's trapped over there by Grigsby and Halbert. Gives it across to Profit. He goes back to Brown. Brown down the corner to Kraft. Kraft up from 25, no good. They're going to give the ball to McDowell. The ball is tipped out of bounds. It comes to McDowell. Grigsby will trigger it into Halbert. Halbert coming across the timeline. He's calling his play, setting up the offense. Gives on the left side to Short. Short down the corner to Johnson. Johnson looking inside. Comes back out front to Halbert. Over to Grigsby. In the corner to Short. Back to Grigsby. Up. We're going to call walking on Grigsby.
I didn't see that one, Marty. I was watching something else.
No, the referee saw it, and that's what counts, Coach. Brown gives cross court to Profit. McDowell trapping out of their 1-3-1, playing it high and hard. And the ball is thrown out of the hands of Jerry Hall for Letcher County. McDowell had the ball back. Grigsby and Halbert coming the other way. Halbert crossing the timeline, calling his play, setting up his offense, comes on the right side to Grigsby on the wing. Grigsby dribbles the baseline, flips back out to Turner. Turner goes inside to Johnson. Johnson has the shot blocked by Kraft, and Hall comes down with Pugh comes down with the rebound. He gives to Brown. Brown racing across the timeline, backs it out now. Is going to set up his play. They're going to run half court. They're in their half court offense against the 1-3-1. He gives down the corner to Kraft. Kraft back out to Brown. Brown over to Profit. Profit goes up from 20, no good, missed everything. But Hall is down with the rebound, takes it back up and in, and he's got a foul.
Marty, here comes Roger Moore in for this game. We're glad to see him able to come out tonight and to get back into the game. We missed him last Tuesday night. He set out the whole game against Millard. Although Greg Short did an outstanding job, we hate to see any boy injured and have to sit out a game.
That foul was on Greg Short. Score 4:09 to go in the first quarter. McDowell leading 7-5. At the line for Letcher County, number 34, Jerry Hall, shooting one shot. Roger Moore is into the lineup now for McDowell. He has had the wrist injury. He'll be anxious to see how he plays. Jerry Hall hits the free throw. 7-6 McDowell. Harvard with the ball, bringing it across the timeline. Halbert and Grigsby on the right side. Grigsby looking into Turner, brings it out front to Halbert. Halbert takes the 20-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Profit. He's going to race it down, trying to get the defense back before it sets up. He goes down to Hall. They're going to call him for steps again.
We're going to be watching Roger closely tonight and see how his wrist responds. This is the first time he's played in almost a week.
Halbert over to Grigsby on the right side. Grigsby going back out front to Halbert. Halbert works it around to Grigsby in the corner over on the left side. Grigsby works cross, takes a 10-footer, no good, short. Rebound comes off to Profit. He's going to race it down. He's cut off by Halbert on a good defensive play. Johnson comes up with a loose ball. He throws it to Turner. Turner in for the slam. Got it. Turner with the slam dunk on that. Here comes Letcher County back. Brown over to Profit. Profit down to Pugh. Pugh up from 10, no good. Rebound by Johnson, up high for the rebound. Comes out to Grigsby. Grigsby brings it across the timeline. Looking all the time, gives it to Moore. Moore goes up from 15, no good. Turner off of the rebound, up over to 3 seconds is the call. Turner should have shot the ball, Coach.
Yes, he should have. McDowell's looking for a real good percentage shot. I think they're passing up some good shots to try to work it under the goals. They're going to have to take that good shot and give it up when they only have to.
And Jerry Hall with the ball down on the left-hand corner. He gives to Profit, who tries the 20-footer. Got it. Good shot. 9-8, McDowell leading, 2:33 to go in the quarter. Stevie Halbert with the ball at the top of the circle, gives on the right side to Grigsby. Goes up from 15, no good. Grigsby's shooting is off tonight. Turner with the ball from the feed from Moore, got it. Good assist and good point. Brown for Letcher County with the ball. He's trapped, cut off on the right side by Grigsby. He brings it back across to Profit, goes inside to Pugh. Good. 11-10. McDowell leading, 1:57 to go in the quarter. Stevie Harvard gives over to on the left side to Moore. Moore brings it in to Turner. And we've got a foul inside on Jerry Hall. Jerry Hall for Letcher County with the foul. They've called him for holding. McDowell will have the ball on the side. Grigsby triggering the ball into Halbert. Halbert on the left side to Moore. Moore gives it back to Halbert. He goes inside to Turner. Turner tips it to Johnson, lays it up, no good. Turner still battling up, goes up, got it. Turner really battling on the boards that time. Gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. Brown for the ball for Letcher County. He goes down the corner to Kraft, takes a 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Johnson. Johnson looking to get the ball out, gives it out to Halbert now. Halbert coming down across the timeline. Is over to Moore. Moore brings it across. Tried to bring it across to Grigsby. The ball stolen away by Hall. Moore goes down. I thought he made a good defensive play, but they're going to call him for the foul. Foul on Roger Moore. The ball will be on the side for Letcher County. Coach Grigsby seems to be coming up a little short on his shots tonight.
Yeah, he might be just a little tight from being senior night. Sometimes these boys get that way. They need to get the run, and McDowell needs to get the move and get in their transition game.
Hall with the ball for Letcher County on the left side. He brings it back out front to Brown. Brown over to Profit. Profit looking down low. He's going to bring it back out front now. Gives it back on the left side to Brown. Back over to Profit on the right side. Brown and Profit playing past the ball. Back to Profit. Profit back to Brown. They seem to be holding for the last shot. Here's Kraft out front with it now. Kraft looking. He was trapped and cut off, almost threw the ball away. Brown still with the ball here, putting a lot of pressure on. Halbert trying to cut the passes off, playing the passes lane. Brown back over to Kraft. Kraft thought about taking the shot and then backed it back out. 13 seconds to go. Brown's going to drive it in. Stolen away by Moore. He's going to go all the way with it. Moore lays it up. Oh, a little hard. Turner with the rebound, puts it back up and in.
Nice follow by Jimmy Dale. Good
15 to 10, and that's the end of the quarter.
Okay,
Moore.
I have a statistician over here, Marty. Have you got your rebounds, Gary? All right, how did the rebounds come out that quarter?
They got 9 rebounds, and we got 5.
We got 9, McDowell 9, and Letcher County 5, okay? On the assist?
They've got 4, and we've got 4.
Okay, 4 and 4 on the quarter, 9 to 5 on the rebounds for McDowell, and 4 and 4 for the assists, Marty.
McDowell had a couple of real key offensive rebounds there. Jimmy Turner really battling the boards. Frank Johnson battling the boards on the defensive end. It seems like Frank Johnson's getting the ball when it's on the defensive end, and Jimmy Turner's getting it on the offensive end.
Well, it's obvious McDowell's controlling both boards, and that's essential to a victory, of course. The score is 15 to 10, and I tell you, that must be the difference right now. Turnovers are even, 4 to 4. I'm sorry, 4 to 3 on the turnovers. So Letcher County 4 and McDowell 3 on the turnovers, and McDowell enjoying the 5-point lead.
McDowell leading here at the beginning of the second quarter, 15 to 10. They played a real fine first quarter. Tempo a little slow, slower than I think McDowell likes it to be. Although they are battling hard on the defensive end, but Letcher County being very patient in their offense, getting a good shot. Turner goes up, tips it over to Johnson, but it's stolen away by Hall, who then lost it out of bounds. Hall for Letcher County. Jerry Hall lost the ball out of bounds. The ball come back to McDowell. Stevie Halbert will trigger it in. He'll give it in to Grigsby. Grigsby gives it back to Halbert. He brings it on the top of the circle, gives it over to Moore. Moore back out front to Halbert, over to Grigsby on the right side. Grigsby looking into Turner, but they're boxing him up. Grigsby going moving one-on-one, goes up from 10, bouncing around, missed it. Pugh down with the rebound, gives it out to Profit. It's 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. Profit goes up from 10 and hits it. Grigsby's going to bring the ball in. He's going to give it in to Johnson, who hits Grigsby back going up the middle. Down to Turner. Turner feeding to Moore. Moore goes up from the shot. Got it.
Nice movement against that zone press of Letcher County.
That was a good pass and a good shot by Moore under pressure. Coach Roger, I've noticed, seems to be favoring his wrist on the passes. He seems to be protecting it a little bit.
Yes, his wrist is definitely hurting Roger at this point. I just hope he doesn't get it injured.
Kraft down with the rebound, takes it back up and in for Letcher County. 17-14, 7:08 to go in the quarter. Brings it all the way down to Moore. He's going to go one-on-one, tries to go to Turner. And it's knocked out of bounds by Profit for Letcher County. Coming into the game for Letcher County this time, Manford Gibson, number 10, replacing Brown. Gibson replacing Brown. Turner for McDowell will trigger the ball in for McDowell. They lead 17-14, 7:03 to go in the quarter. Roger Moore from 15, got it. Well, his wrist didn't bother him on that shot, Coach.
It certainly didn't. It looked real good there.
Pugh, cross to Profit across the timeline, 3-on-1. Kraft with it. Turner trying to come down with the rebound, but he fouled Kraft in the process. Letcher County will have the ball underneath. They're not in the bonus yet. 6:47 to go in the quarter. 19-14 to McDowell leading. Pugh will trigger it in. He gives in to Kraft. Goes up from 10. No good. Roger Moore on the rebound. No, he knocks it out to Halbert. Halbert coming down now. Halbert to Turner. Turner to Moore. Moore into Johnson. Johnson up. No good. We've got a foul underneath. Foul is a number 32. That's Benny Pugh. No bonus, they said before the shot. McDowell with the basketball. Turner triggering it in. He gives in to Halbert. Halbert gives over in the corner to Grigsby. Grigsby takes it up from 20. No good. Little short again. Grigsby a little short on his shot tonight. Profit going to go all the way down. He walked, but they didn't call it. Gives it into Gibson. Gibson misses. Hall with the rebound, and he's fouled by Johnson, I believe. Foul is on Frank Johnson on the rebound. And we're in the bonus now. Letcher County will be shooting the bonus. Jerry Moore at the line. Coach Grigsby is a little short on his shot. He seems to be pulling back. What do you tell a player in this situation?
Well, I think what you need to do is just loosen up and play good, hard basketball, and everything will come natural after you play good and hard. That's why I always advocated to play hard on defense. The offense will come, Marty, if you get hard on defense and get involved in the flow of a game.
Hall hits both free throws. 19-16 McDowell leading, 6:16 to go. The ball comes underneath to Grigsby. He dribbles out, gives across the timeline to Johnson on the long pass. Johnson feeding to Turner. Turner going up, got it. 21-16 McDowell leading. Pugh with the ball, he gives to Profit. Profit's going to bring it across the timeline. He's cut off by Moore. Gives it across. No, we're going to call over and back. Grigsby gives it in to Halbert. Halbert gives it over to Moore. Moore to Johnson. Johnson looking underneath to Turner. Back out front to Halbert. Back across to Grigsby. To Moore in the corner. He goes underneath to Turner. And we've got a foul on the pass inside. The foul is on Gibson. Gibson's called for the foul. No bonus yet. Turner will trigger the ball inbounds. Turner looking, gives it in to Johnson. Johnson gives it over to Halbert. Halbert up, no good. Turner with the rebound, brings it into Moore. Moore's going to go up. Got it. Rolled her in. Here's Gibson with the ball. He brings it across to Pugh. He throws it to Hall. Hall throws it back in. Halbert's got the ball now. He gives it across, trying to go to Grigsby, but he's held. He couldn't make the pass. Halbert will be at the line for McDowell, shooting 1 with a bonus. 5:23 to go in the second quarter. 23-16 McDowell lead up a 7. Halbert dribbles the ball, eyes the basket now, and dribbles again. He's going to go up with the shot. Got it. 24-16, McDowell lead. Halbert with 1 shot now. He's going to try to make the other one. He toes his drive, takes a few dribbles. Eyes the basket. Comes down and dribbles more. Got it. Pugh triggers into Kraft. Kraft looking around. He throws to Profit. Profit coming across the timeline. Tries to go across the court to Hall. Hall brings it back out front to Profit. Profit calling his play, setting up his offense. Gives it down the left side to Pugh. Pugh goes up 15, no good. Johnson down with the rebound. He tries to come out with it to Grigsby. Grigsby across the timeline, running it down. Grigsby going to stop from 10. Got it. Grigsby looked a little better on that shot, Coach. I think he's getting his confidence now.
Well, he's getting to moving on defense and offense. That's what you got to do. You got to loosen up and play hard basketball.
Gibson, they're going to call a foul on Turner. I didn't see the foul. I thought he had all ball.
You know, the other night at the Johns Creek game, we had an example of loose officiating, and tonight it's just a little tight. What do you think, Marty?
But they called Jimmy Turner with the foul at the line for Letcher County. Number 10, Manfred Gibson. He's going to shoot 1 with a bonus. Goes up, no good. Rebound comes off to Moore, who's done a fine job since coming into the game. He gives up to Grigsby. Grigsby from 10, got it. There's a good pass and good come out by Moore. He gives to Grigsby. Grigsby makes the shot. Moore almost with the steal that time, but they're going to call him with a foul. A little late. At the line for
There comes
Letcher
Jeff
County.
Stumbo into the game, Marty, for Jimmy Turner. How many fouls does Jimmy have on? Do you have that, Gary?
Jeff Stumbo into the game for McDowell. Jeff is a 6'3 junior. At the line for Letcher County, number 30, Profit. Got the first one. He'll shoot another one.
Jimmy Dale has 2 fouls, so I guess Coach Turner wanted to give him a little rest for a while. Jeff Stumble, number 44, is in there in his spot.
29-17, McDowell over Letcher County. 29-18 now. 4:31 to go in the quarter. Stevie Harvard comes out with the ball. He gives up front to Grigsby. Grigsby's going to go low. Grigsby goes up from 15, no good. Gibson down with a rebound. He spins to come out, and they're going to call a foul on Grigsby. Coach Roger Moore has played very good ball since coming into the game.
Yes, he has. I'm really surprised he's able to shoot as well as he is with that wrist taped up. That's the first time he's had it taped this year. But I know that has to be encouraging to Coach Turner to see him play this well after being off all week.
Gibson shooting 1 and 1, makes the first one. 29-19, McDowell up by 10, 4:21 to go in the quarter. Gibson will be shooting 1 more, puts it up. He got it. 29-20. Grigsby with the ball. He's looking to give it over to Halbert. He goes down long to Moore. Moore is going to go up short. Moore back with the rebound. Goes up again. Got it. Pugh with the ball now for Letcher County. Moore almost on the steal again. Kraft coming down. He makes a spinning move. Goes up. No good. Moore down with the rebound. He's spinning out, trying to come up. They're going to call a foul. Foul is going to be on Barry Profit. Moore will go to the line, shooting 1 with a bonus. McDowell leading 31-20, 3:58 to go in the game. Moore shooting 1 with a bonus. He's short with it. That wrist bothered him a little bit on that shot. Kraft off the rebound, giving to Gibson. He's going to bring it all the way up. Going to try to go all the way in. They're going to call him for steps.
Good call by the referees.
That was a good call.
Rogers' wrist seems to be showing a little strain right now, doesn't it, Marty? That last shot, it was evident it was bothering him some.
He had a little trouble on that free throw there. Letcher County calls a timeout with 3:51 to go in the first half. McDowell leading 31-20, up by 11. What are your observations so far in the game, Coach?
Well, it appears to me that McDowell is going to have to stay in their running game, speed up the tempo a little, and get Letcher County running back and forth. McDowell is obviously the stronger of the two teams on the boards. And in a transition game, that's very important because you can't run if you don't rebound. McDowell's doing a good job on the boards, controlling the boards, so they've got an opportunity to run. And I do feel like that's when they're at the best point of their game is when they are running and in transition. Coach Turner has them pressing. I think he realizes the seniors might be a little tight tonight, and I think you're seeing that they are beginning to loosen up.
At courtside tonight, Marty Spurlock with Coach Pete Grigsby. 31-20, McDowell leading, 3:50 to go in the quarter. Stevie Howard with the ball for McDowell. He calls his play from the top of the key, gives it on the right side to Grigsby, dribbles down the corner, looks inside, gives it back out front to Howard. Howard comes dribbling on the left side over to Grigsby in the corner. Back out front to Howard. He's going to come back to this side now. Gives over to Moore on the left side. Moore makes his move, but they're going to call him for steps.
McDowell still pressing tonight, Marty. Looks like Coach is going to stick with that press. I believe it's a good tactic.
31-20, McDowell leading. The ball comes down long to Kraft. He tries to go to Hall, and it's going to be off his hands, out of bounds to McDowell. Good defensive play there by Roger Moore and Frank Johnson, causing a little bit of pressure on the play. Frank Johnson making an excellent play, filling the lanes. Halbert now with the ball, gives it over to Grigsby. Grigsby back to Halbert. Halbert brings it across to Johnson. Johnson holds it up on the wing. He's going to bring it down in the corner to Stumbo. Stumbo back to Halbert, or Jack Johnson. Johnson goes inside to Moore, up and in.
Good pass by Frank.
McDowell full court pressure now. Gibson with the ball for Letcher County. Spins, crosses the timeline. Spins back out front. They're setting up their offense now. McDowell playing a 2-3. Johnson chasing the ball outside. 1-3-1 now for McDowell. Here's Gibson with the ball for Letcher County. Over to Profit. Profit back to Gibson at the top of the key. He goes down low to Pugh. Pugh up from 5. Got it. Grigsby giving in to Halbert. Halbert gives it to Johnson. Johnson across to Stumbo. He trying to go to Moore, but the ball is tipped away by Pugh, stolen away by Gibson. Moore comes up behind Gibson, slaps it to Halbert, and there McDowell's coming back the other way. Halbert's going to stop from 10. Got it. Fine hustling play by McDowell on that play there. Kraft over to Gibson. Gibson crosses the timeline to Hall. Hall back to Gibson. Gibson dribbling around the top of the key. Gives it back out front to Profit. Profit down to Hall. Pugh in the corner. Pugh back to Profit. Over to Gibson. Gibson down to Hall in the wing. Back out on this side to Profit. Over to Pugh in the corner. Back out front to Profit. On to Gibson at the top of the key. Profit on the left wing. Down the corner to Kraft. Up from 20. Got it. This Kraft boy gets set with that shot. He's liable to make it.
Yes, you can't let him shoot from that baseline.
Letcher County pressing. Throwing long to Johnson. Johnson's going to go all the way in. Lays it up a little hard. Comes off the front of the rim. And Hall down with a rebound. He's trying to go all the way. He's fouled by Halbert. He makes the basket. Are they going to count it? Foul is on Halbert. He hits him. The basket does go. Hall will be at the line shooting one shot. McDowell leading 35-26. Their lead down to 9 now. 1:09 to go in the game. Or in this half. Excuse me, in this half. 1:09 to go. McDowell leading 35-26. Jerry Hall at the line shooting one shot. Trying to convert the three-point play. Got it. McDowell will bring the ball in now. Grigsby gives it into Halbert. Halbert over to Johnson. Johnson back to Halbert. Halbert bringing it across the timeline. He's cut off, gives it on the right side to Grigsby. McDowell's going to hold it up, going to shoot, take the one shot. They're leading 35-27, up by 8. 53 seconds to go in the half. To Stumbo, back over to Grigsby. Grigsby's holding the ball. Grigsby calls his play. Grigsby goes down the corner, working one-on-one. He gives her to Halbert. Halbert out front to Johnson. Johnson dribbles down the corner. He's going to hold it up and give it back out to Grigsby now. Grigsby's going to dribble around in the corner. He's going to give it in to Stumbo. Stumbo waits for Johnson to break. He gives it to him, and Johnson gives it back to Grigsby. Grigsby's going to try it on the left side now, giving it back to Johnson. 15 seconds, 14, 13. Johnson brings it out to Grigsby on the right side. Grigsby uses the pick by Moore, goes up from 15, got it. 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go in the half. McDowell leading 37-27, up by 10. 5 seconds to go in the half. Pugh brings it into Profit. Profit takes the dribble across the timeline, goes up from gives it into Hall. Hall goes up, rolls in, the basket is good. McDowell leading 37-29 at the half.
Well, Letcher County wouldn't quit, Marty. They came right back, and it's an 8-point lead for McDowell at halftime. We're awaiting the start of the second half. McDowell and Letcher County. Last game of the season for both teams. Letcher County's back on the floor. And we're waiting McDowell's return to the floor. Marty, have you had a chance to look at the halftime scoring or statistics? It appears that...
we don't have the scoring, Coach, but we don't have the scoring, but we do have the statistics, if you might want to cover that.
It appears that McDowell has 18 rebounds to Letcher County's 15. And in the total assists, McDowell has 13 and Letcher County has 9. Gary, tell us what we have in turnovers the first half.
First half, we got 5 turnovers and they got 9.
Okay, 5 turnovers to 9 turnovers in favor of McDowell. And McDowell has 13 assists and Letcher County 9. So, Marty, we're awaiting the start of the second half, and McDowell is in quest of their 22nd victory. We certainly hope they can achieve that tonight.
We certainly wish McDowell all the luck in the world. And going after the 22nd victory on the season. Against how many losses, Coach?
What was that, Marty?
Against how many losses?
9 losses on the season. 21-9 is the record now.
The score here at halftime. We're almost ready to begin the third quarter. McDowell does lead 37-29. They played a very, very strong first half. McDowell will be coming out the first half, starting with Jimmy Turner at center, Petey Grigsby and Stevie Halbert at the guards, and Roger Moore and Frank Johnson at the forwards. Letcher County will be starting basically their same starting 5, with the exception of number 10, Gibson, as in the lineup replacing Freddie Brown. And on the...
Good call by the referees, Marty. Hit it going up.
Letcher County, number 32, Pugh, hit the ball going up. McDowell will have the ball here on the side court. Halbert gives it into Moore. Moore brings it back out to Halbert. Harbert gives it on the break to Grigsby. Grigsby going up from 15, no good. Johnson and Moore battling for the rebound, but Pugh brings it out for Letcher County. And Profit going all the way underneath to Gibson. Johnson off with the rebound. He throws her long to Moore. They're going to call Moore for steps.
Marty, Letcher County's in a triangle and 2. They're man-to-man on Turner and man-to-man on Grigsby.
And Letcher County will have the ball. Gibson triggering into Profit. Profit's going to bring it across the timeline. McDowell still in there 1-3-1. Kraft with it in the corner on the left side. Back out Profit to Hall. Hall back across to Profit. Profit gives it on the left wing to Gibson. Gibson back out front to Profit. Profit takes a couple of dribbles, gives it back out front of the top of the key to Gibson. Gibson back to Profit. Profit back to Gibson. They're playing pass with it on the top of the circle, but Profit breaks under now. Gibson's looking to Pugh. Pugh underneath on the corner to Profit. He takes up from 15, got it. A high arching shot by Barry Profit. He scores a basket. Grigsby gives it into Harbert, and Harbert gives it back to Grigsby, and he's going to bring it across the timeline. Triangle and 2 on McDowell. Turner and Grigsby drawing the man-to-man. The rest of the team getting a triangle zone defense. But Moore scores from 15. McDowell goes up 39-31. And
that was some nice ball handling by Letcher County.
39-33. And McDowell creates a miscue, and the ball goes back to Letcher County underneath their own basket. McDowell leading 39-33, 6:28 to go in the game, or in the third quarter. Ball comes underneath to Gibson. They're going to call somebody with a foul. Who will it be? They're going to give it to Frank Johnson. Frank Johnson with the foul. Gibson at the line for Letcher County, shooting 2 shots. They're behind, 39-33, down by 6. Gibson goes up, rolls it in. He'll have a second chance. 39-34, McDowell leading, 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Gibson up with a shot, rose off this time. Johnson down with a rebound. He gives it on to Grigsby, who brings it across the timeline, goes down the quarter into Moore, who goes up from 10, got it. McDowell, they're going to call a foul this time. I thought that was a good play, good defensive play between Hallbert and Grigsby that time, but they're going to nail Grigsby with a foul.
Looked like a good trap, Marty. Of course, the ref might have seen something we didn't, but it looked good from here.
If Roger Moore keeps hitting his shots, they're going to have to come out of that triangle in 2.
Absolutely. He's turning that triangle in 2 up. Of course, he's open there, and he's hitting the shots they're giving him, and that's good.
Kraft on the left wing brings it back out to Profit for Letcher County. And Moore intercepts the ball inside. He gives it off to Grigsby, 3-on-1. Grigsby to Johnson, no good. Turner down with the rebound, puts it back up and in. Jochen shaking his head a little bit after that one. Profit splits that zone up, dribbles right through it, goes all the way in himself and lays it up off the glass and in. McDowell's lead 43-36, 7 at the time, 5:32 to go in the quarter. Grigsby throws it long to Turner. Moore goes up from 10 from Turner, no good. Turner tips it to Johnson, lays it up and in. McDowell really crashed the offensive board that time, got the basket. McDowell on the full court zone press. Profit dribbling through it again, gives to Kraft.
Oh, that looked like a good block there, Marty.
I'd coach on plays like that when it's not even close. I'd be afraid to walk over to the scorer's table.
Coach Turner's upset over that call, and I absolutely don't blame him.
He has every reason to be. Turner called for the foul. That'll be what, his third foul?
Yes, his third.
Kraft for Letcher County at the line. McDowell leading 45-36. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Kraft up, no good. Kraft will shoot one more. No good. Rebound comes off long to Hallbert. Hallbert running across. He's all by himself on 4. He tried to go up from 10, and somebody hacked him. They're finally going to call the foul. Foul on number 30, Profit. Halbert will be at the line shooting 2 shots.
Looks like they're taking it out of bounds, Marty.
Oh, they're not going to give him shots on that? Now, they finally back her out and give him shots. Finally back it out and give him shots. Halbert will be at the line. He toes the stripe, going to shoot 2. He takes a few dribbles, eyes the basket, comes back down with a few more dribbles. This seems to be his pattern. He goes up with a shot now and got it. He'll get one more. McDowell leading 46-36. Their lead at 10 now. 5:06 to go in the quarter. Halbert up with the second shot. Got it. Pugh will trigger it in for Letcher County. He gives in to Gibson, who gives it over to Profit. Profit's going to bring it across the timeline against the 1-3-1 trap. He gives to Gibson. Gibson goes back to Profit now. Goes to Hall. Hall trying to make his move. No good. Turner tips the rebound. Pugh pulls it down for Letcher County. He gives in to Hall. Hall goes up over Turner. Got it. 47-38.
Of course, big man has been intimidated by the officials. He didn't want to try to block a shot for fear of drawing his 4th foul.
Turner gives to Grigsby. Goes up from 15, no good. Profit off with the rebound. He's going to bring it across. Running, stops from 15, no good. What do we got to call? Coach, he called the foul on Halbert that time. Looks to me like it should have went the other way.
Yeah, I certainly thought he charged over top of Halbert that time. The officials over here talking to the scorer to get the foul corrected. But I certainly thought he drew the foul.
So we'll have Profit at the line for Letcher County, shooting 2 shots. First one's up, got it. 47-39, lead back to 8 for McDowell. 4:26 to go in the quarter. Profit will shoot the second shot. He got it. 47-40, lead to 7 for McDowell. 4:26, 4:25 now. Halbert from the pass from Grigsby, back to Grigsby. He gives to Turner. Johnson up with a shot now, and we've got a foul on Kraft for Letcher County. We've got some substitutes into the game for Letcher County. Number 24 will be Chuck Brunty. Chuck Brunty in the lineup for Letcher County for Jerry Hall. Johnson missed the first one, missed the second one. The rebound comes off to Pugh. 47-40, Letcher County with a chance to cut the lead to 5. 4:11 to go in the quarter. Profit over to Gibson on the right side. Gibson back to Profit on the left side. Profit dribbles between 2 defenders, gives to Kraft in the corner, goes up from 15, got it. 47-42, 3:59 to go in the quarter. Grigsby into Halbert. Halbert gives it to Turner. Turner gives it back to Halbert. Halbert gives it down to Johnson on the right wing. Trying to go inside of Turner. The ball stolen away, slapped back by Turner. Moore breaking across the middle, goes up for the shot, and he's fouled. Number 24, Brunty, fouls Roger Moore on the shot. Moore will be at the line shooting 2 shots.
We have a score, Marty, from over at Betsy Lane. Betsy Lane and Virgie playing. In the 4th quarter, the score is 44-44. It's all tied up at Betsy Lane.
Roger Moore puts the lead for McDowell back up to 6 at 48-42 as he makes the first free throw. Now shooting the second one, it bounces off. Kraft down for the rebound for Letcher County. He gives forward to Pugh. Pugh gives it across the court to Profit. He brings it across the timeline. The ball almost stolen away from McDowell. Profit tries to go inside to Brunty now. Brunty puts it up and good. Grigsby gives the ball in to Halbert, 48-44, McDowell's lead. And the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Letcher County. And Coach Turner calls a timeout after that play. McDowell leading 48-44, 3:16 to go in the quarter. What do you say, Coach?
Well, the pressure of a 2-2-1 is bothering McDowell at this point. It appears to me the boys are a little careless with the ball. And it seems to me like they're going to have to move it down a little faster and just keep going at Letcher. McDowell pressed Letcher, now Letcher's back pressing McDowell. So you're just going to have to keep applying the pressure back and forth. And if McDowell can get the movement of the ball going towards the basket, I think they'll be all right. But anytime you commit the turnovers, then you know that's helping the other team.
Letcher County has cut into the McDowell lead from half. McDowell was leading by 7 at the half. They now lead by 4, 48-44. I believe Letcher County will have the ball coming back down the court with a chance to cut the lead to 2. 3:16 to go in the third quarter. Coach Turner sends his forces back out on the court. He is the team for McDowell: Stevie Harbert, Jimmy Turner, Petey Grigsby, Frank Johnson, and Roger Moore. Letcher County with Barry Profit, Benny Pugh, Manfred Gibson, Chuck Brunty, and looks like Eddie Kraft. Letcher County with the ball out front. Gibson has it here on the right side. He gives across court to Profit on the left side. Profit on the left wing to Kraft. Brings it all the way across to the right side here to Gibson out front. Back across to Profit. He brings it back to Gibson. Gibson looking, gives it out front to Profit. Profit looking on the left wing to Kraft, but gives it back to Gibson on this side. Go back across the court to Profit. Profit back out to Gibson. Gibson back across to Profit. To Kraft on the left wing. Profit back out front to Gibson. Gibson back to Profit. Profit back on the left wing to Kraft. Letcher County doesn't even seem to be looking for the shot, Coach.
No, they aren't. They're just passing the ball around, waiting to get an easy layup or something and killing that clock. McDowell's going to have to apply the pressure or either cut off the wing pass and make Letcher County play a little basketball.
Profit has it for Letcher County now on the left side out front. He gives on the left wing to Kraft. Kraft brings it back to Profit, back to Kraft. They play pass with it. Profit has it now, back to Kraft. Kraft brings it out front to Gibson. Gibson splits the two defenders, gives it back out on the left side to Profit. It goes to Kraft and back to Profit. They play pass with it again. Kraft with it on the left wing, back out front to Profit, back to Kraft on the wing. Back to Profit. 1:28 to go in the quarter. McDowell leading 48-34. And the ball went underneath the pew, and he was intimidated by Turner, who had to adjust his shot. He missed a shot. Turner came down with a rebound. Pew then fouled Turner on the rebound. 1:22 to go in the quarter.
I believe the referee has a technical foul on someone. Must be one of the Letcher County players. He's discussing it with the Letcher County coach. Now he goes over to Coach Turner at the McDowell bench.
Seems we have a technical foul. I don't know. He must have called it on the Letcher County coach for walking out the center court to talk to one of his players. Petey Grigsby at the line. Shooting one shot. It must have been on one of the players. He only got to shoot one.
Yes, it was a player technical foul, Marty. McDowell up by 5 now, 49-44. Minute 22 to go.
Grigsby with the ball. They lead 49-44. 1:18 to go in the quarter. Halbert to Moore from 10. No good. Short. Kraft off with the rebound for Letcher County. He gives it over to Profit. 1:07 to go in the quarter. And Letcher County's going to play with it out front again. Profit to Pugh, back to Profit, to Pugh, back to Profit. Profit holding the ball out front. Profit to Pugh. Pugh back to Profit. Profit to Pugh. Back to Profit. Back to Gibson. Back to Profit. And to Pugh. Back to Profit.
If McDowell could cut off those wing passes, it would force Letcher County to come into the front court area. But as long as they ain't pass it across this hash mark, then the referee lets a count go off. It's up to Letcher County to force the action. They're behind.
Profit has it, and they're calling their play now. Pugh shooting the 20-footer from the corner, no good. Johnson off the rebounds, 5-4 to Halbert. Halbert fumbles the ball. Turner picks it up. Got it!
All right.
And McDowell's lead is back up to 7 at the quarter. At the end of the third quarter, 51-44. McDowell leads by 7, the same lead they had at the halftime. So the two teams played even in that quarter.
Gary, any changes in the statistics that quarter? We'll wait till Gary get us some statistics here, and we'll give them to you in just a second.
At center court for McDowell, the McDowell cheerleaders, who do a very fine job. They have three seniors on their team. Donna Reynolds, Tiny Moore, and Terry Bentley are their 3 seniors. A lovely group of young ladies. Going into the final quarter of action, McDowell leading 51-44. A very good ball game up to this point. Letcher County continued to take their time, work for the good shot. McDowell wanting to run with the ball, having a little trouble getting the ball out and running with it because Letcher County is holding it. They held the ball for almost 2 minutes there in the third quarter, trying to keep the score. They had a chance to cut the score to 2. I think if they wanted to hold the shot for the last shot, cut the lead to 2 going into the fourth quarter, which would have given them a great victory. But McDowell spurting back out by 7, 51-44. Jumping center court, Turner and Pugh. Turner controls the tip to Roger Moore, who gives it across to Grigsby. Grigsby goes down in the corner, spins from 10, got it.
All right, good shot there, good movement. McDowell back by 9 now, Marty. Maybe they're going to make their move.
McDowell by 9, 53-44. Gibson with Letcher County out on the front. He tries to go in, takes it up from 15. A prayer shot, but he makes it. Johnson now gives it to Turner across the court. 3-on-2. Turner holds up, gives it back out front to Halbert. McDowell sets up their half-court offense. Roger Moore with it on the right side, gives it in to Turner, spinning, no good. Johnson off fighting for the rebound, comes back to Kraft for Letcher County. He gives it over to Profit. Profit brings it across the timeline. Cross court to Gibson. Gibson penetrates the hash mark. Gives it back out to Profit. Profit setting up his play. Calls Kraft on the corner from 20. No good. Profit in with a follow shot. No good. Hall in with a follow shot. McDowell standing around on that play, Coach.
Yes, nobody crashed the boards at all.
53-48, McDowell's lead at 5. Halbert with and Moore with the ball now. Back to Halbert. Halbert gives it across to Grigsby. Grigsby stops from 10. No good. Kraft with the rebound. And here comes Profit across the timeline. He's going to try to take it all the way in. Blocked by Turner. A nice block there, but Profit retains possession of the ball.
Nice block by Turner.
And Letcher County calls a timeout with 6:17 to go in the quarter. McDowell leading 53-48. Letcher County with the ball has the chance to cut the lead to 3. If they can cut the lead to 3 here, Coach, it's going to put an awful lot of pressure on McDowell.
Yes, it is. This is the closest they've been. No, they were 4 points ahead at one time. McDowell ran it back up to 7 or 8. Now it's back down to 5. It appears to me that McDowell might be a little relaxed, maybe a little too relaxed, and Letcher is really coming at them as hard as they possibly can. I don't think we've taken Letcher County seriously enough tonight.
I think on paper we have the far better ball club, but McDowell playing a little lax, not with a whole lot of emotion here in the second half. And I'm sure these boys will come out of it. They're a fine group of young men. They work hard. They know their job, and they do it well.
Gary has just told me an interesting statistic. Letcher has come from behind and now leading us by rebounds, by 1 rebound. So that's part of the story, too, out there on that floor.
So Letcher County with the ball. Gibson gives it in to Profit. Profit calls his play, gives it on the left wing to Kraft, brings it back across to Profit to Gibson, into Pugh. Pugh goes up, waits for Turner to come down, puts it up and in. 53-50, McDowell leading. Grigsby gives it in to Halbert. Halbert is held by Gibson. They're going to call a foul. Blue number 10 on the hold. A bonus. So Halbert will be at the line, shooting 1 with a bonus. Very crucial free throws here at this situation with 6 minutes to go in the quarter.
Yes, it is. They were holding Halbert on the inbounds pass there. And Steve is a good foul shot. Percentage-wise, he's the leading foul shooter on the team. He takes his time, but he gets the job done at the foul line.
Halbert taking his time, going through his routine. Eyes the basket now, puts it up and in. Halbert again toes the stripe, goes through his dribble routine, eyeing the basket and coming back down with the dribble. Goes up with a shot now and got it. McDowell's lead back to 5, 55-50. 6 minutes to go in the game. Profit for Letcher County across the timeline. He gives it to Kraft from 20, no good. Rebound off to Pugh. Pugh brings it back out to Gibson. Gibson's going to bring it back out and set it up again. To Kraft, back to Pugh, to Profit. Into Hall, stolen away by Johnson. Johnson gives it to Grigsby. Grigsby's going to run it across the timeline. Grigsby holds it up, gives it to Moore. Moore spinning from 10, no good. Rebound off to Kraft. And here comes Hall for Letcher County. At the foul line, spinning, goes up from 10, got it.
Somebody failed to pick him up. He got in there, and then nobody guarded him.
55-52. McDowell with the lead. Petey Grigsby. 3-on-3. Grigsby up from 15. No good. Roger Moore down with the rebound. Puts it up and in. Good offensive rebound by Roger Moore there. McDowell's lead back to 5. 57-52. 4:58 to go in the game. Profit for Letcher County across the timeline. Gives it over to Gibson. Gibson from 10. Got it. 57-54. McDowell and Letcher County trading baskets now. Grigsby with the ball. Gives it up to Turner. Turner going to hold it up, give it back to Grigsby. Grigsby gives it out front to Halbert. Halbert calls his play, gives it over to Moore. Moore to Johnson on the corner. Back out to Moore, to Halbert. They're going to call a foul on number 30, Profit. He was holding Turner inside. Turner will be at the line shooting 1 with a bonus. McDowell leading 57-54.
I've been watching that very interestingly there a while ago. I believe Roger had his eye on it too. There was some really pushing and shoving going on there. And they really pushed Jimmy Dale about 20 feet out on the floor.
Turner connects on the first free throw. McDowell's lead back out to 4, 58-54. 4:24 to go in the game. Turner with one more shot. He's got it. McDowell's lead back to 5. Pugh will bring the ball into Gibson. Gibson trapped now by Grigsby. Back out over to Pugh. Pugh goes down the court to Profit. Oh, I believe he walked that time, but no call. Kraft with the ball, puts it up and in. 59-56, 4:08 to go in the game. On the ball, stolen away by Hall. Hall for Letcher County, gives it out front to Gibson. Letcher County with a chance to cut the lead to 3. 3:57 to go in the game. McDowell in for a tussle. And Gibson holds it out front. They're going to work for the good shot. They're going to be patient. Kraft attempted, but not. Gibson with the ball out front now. He goes up from 10. Turner almost with a block. Johnson almost down with a rebound. Hall now with the rebound. He's going to be called. Johnson called with a foul. Frank Johnson for McDowell called with a foul. 3:36 to go in the game. Both teams in the bonus. Both teams shooting the 1 and the 1. Jerry Hall at the line for Letcher County. He'll be shooting 1 and 1. McDowell takes the timeout. 3:36 to go in the game. McDowell with the timeout. They lead 59-56. Jerry Hall for Letcher County will be at the line, shooting 1 with a bonus when the two teams come back out on the court. Coach, if you were Coach Turner, what would you be telling your boys?
I'd tell them they were in a ball game, and definitely we've taken Letcher County too lightly, and we're going to have to go after them and go after them hard. I believe he will. Might be a possibility he might go out man-to-man on them and get some movement there on defense and shut off those easy shots around the goal. But I don't know. If he stays in his zone, he's going to have to apply a little more pressure on the ball.
Jimmy Turner seemed a little bit more excited on that last series of plays. He tried awful hard to block the shot that was put up by Gibson. He did partially block it, but the ball came off. Roger Moore had it, and then he didn't have it. Kraft had it for Letcher County, then he didn't have it. Frank Johnson had it, then he didn't have it. It ended up in Jerry Hall's hand, and he was fouled by Frank Johnson as he come down with the ball.
Marty, they have us on the boards 28-25, so that tells you a little bit what's wrong with us this second half.
McDowell evidently not hitting the boards in the second half like they were the first half. Jerry Hall at the line for Letcher County, shooting 1 with a bonus, 59-56. He goes up from the first one. It rolled. It bounced a few times and then finally goes in. 59-57. McDowell's lead to 2 now. That's the closest Letcher County has been in this game. 3:36 to go. He goes up for his next shot. Got it. 59-58. McDowell by 1. A very close ball game. 3:35 to go. Johnson with the ball now. He dribbles. They've got him tied up now. He gives it to Grigsby. Oh, the ball stolen away by Hall. Hall tries to go all the way in. Makes it up and good. And Letcher County goes in the lead 60-59. Grigsby gives it to Halbert. Halbert splits the two defenders, gives it across to Moore. Moore is going to hold it up. He's going to bring it back out front to Halbert. McDowell in for a ball game. They are down by 1 now. Grigsby gives it. Foul is on Profit for Letcher County. Jimmy Turner will be at the line, shooting 1 with a bonus. Coach Turner calls his guards over, Grigsby and Halbert, to give them a few instructions. Turner at the line, shooting 1 with a bonus. Eyes the basket, puts it up. Got it. Score all tied up, 3:04 to go, 60-60.
We surely needed that foul shot. We need this one right here. Letcher County's going to come down and work real patiently, in my opinion. So we need to go ahead. There we are.
Turner converts both free throws. McDowell goes up 61-60. McDowell is still under 1-3-1 half-court trap. A little more active out of it now. Gibson loses the ball. Loses the ball. Johnson picks it up. He brings it out to Grigsby. Grigsby comes across. He holds it up now. They're going to set up their offense. They're going to be patient. A costly turnover by Letcher County that time. Moore drives, puts it up and in. A good pressure shot by Roger Moore. 63-60. McDowell by 3 now. 2:32 to go in the game. Gibson has it, brings it back, almost stolen away by Grigsby. Profit's going to go all the way in, splits the two defenders, missed it. Turner battling. Kraft comes down with it, puts it up and in. And we've got a foul. 2:20 to go in the game. The basket is good, 63-62. A foul on Roger Moore. So Kraft will be at the line. That's Eddie Kraft. Eddie Kraft at the line for Letcher County, shooting 1 shot. A chance to tie this game back up. Kraft takes a few dribbles. He puts the ball up and got it, 63-63, 2:20 to go in the game. Grigsby brings the ball into Halbert. Halbert brings it back to Grigsby. Grigsby's going to split the defenders, going to go all the way down, gives it to Moore. Moore lays it up and in. Good pass by Grigsby, good shot by Moore. They take the lead 65-63.
McDowell should do that more. They really should get momentum and go on the break like that.
Oh, and a good defensive play by Roger Moore. Good defensive play, really hustling. He slaps the ball out of bounds, almost had the steal. Jerry Hall keying in bounds for Letcher County. He gives it out to Brown, who's now entered the game for Gibson. Profit with the ball. Kraft gives it into Hall, who loses it out of bounds. And Letcher County seems to be cracking a little bit. McDowell putting the extra pressure on them.
Yeah, McDowell's really scrapping hard now, and they found themselves in a ball game.
Harbert going to bring it across the timeline himself. He's running it down, gives it to Moore. Moore's going to lay it up and in.
Good job, good job. McDowell needs to go at Letcher real hard.
67-63, McDowell's lead, 1:35 to go in the game. 1:34 now as the ball was slapped out of bounds by Moore, and another good defensive play.
You know, you've got to establish superiority out there, Marty. And McDowell's done that the last 2 or 3 times down the floor, and they should be aggressive and positive when they go to the basket.
Kraft with a shot from 20, got it. 67-65, Grigsby gives it into Harbert. Harbert gives it back to Grigsby. Grigsby, little skin there. We heard the slap all the way from here. Grigsby gives it to Turner. Turner holds it up, gives it to Harbert. Harbert back to Grigsby. Coach Turner stands up and calls for one shot. Coach, are they going to hold it?
They put them in 5 offense. I think they'll take only the good shot.
Grigsby brings it back out to Harbert. Harbert at the top of the key gives it inside to Turner. Turner loses the ball. Profit with the ball, working one-on-one on Turner. Gives it over to Brown. Brown makes the shot. 54 seconds to go in the game.
We should have a foul shot if they count
They
the basket.
count the basket good, 67-67. Now they're going to...
All right, that's the correct call. The refs call it correctly. If they take the basket away, of course, McDowell will get it out of bounds. But since they counted the basket, they have to give the foul shots to Steve Harbert.
The score 67-67. The game's all tied up here. 54 seconds to go in the game. Stevie Harbert at the line for McDowell. He'll be shooting 1 with a bonus. Harbert going through his routine. Takes his dribbles. Eyes the basket. Will come back down with some more dribbles. He'll look up, eye the basket again. Goes up with a shot. Got it. Bounced it in. That relieves a lot of pressure, Coach, when you make the first one.
Yes, it does. A lot of pressure. McDowell up by 1. And timeout by Letcher County.
Letcher County has called the timeout here. 54 seconds to go in the game. Stevie Harbert on the line, hitting a very key, very pressure-packed free throw to put McDowell up 68-67. He'll have one more shot when he comes back out on the court. When you make the first one on a 1-and-1, it's always a lot easier to make the second one.
Yes, it is. It certainly relieves a lot of pressure when you can hit that first one. And Steve is a good foul shot, so I look for him to put it down. But if he doesn't, McDowell's still in a good position with a 1-point lead. Pressure definitely will be on Letcher County when they have possession of the ball. And that's something McDowell wants to be cautious about and not foul. They should play good defense, but not give them the foul shot. Because if Letcher can commit a turnover or miss a shot, McDowell will be in control of the ball.
The key for McDowell then is to play good pressure defense, good position defense, to not overplay the ball, not to create any back doors, and to hold their possession and make Letcher County take a shot that they don't want to take. Harbert at the line now for his second free throw. He goes through his routine, dribbles, eyes, dribbles, eyes, up, and in. McDowell by 2, 69-67. Profit for Letcher County. He's gone the full way for them tonight. He gives it over to Brown to Kraft. Kraft back to Brown. Brown back out front to Profit. Brown penetrating. The ball almost stolen away by Moore. And Grigsby comes off with a pressure rebound.
Good rebound.
34 seconds to go in the game. McDowell leaving 69-67. Grigsby brings it across the timeline, splits the two defenders, gives it out to Harbert. Harbert dribbles on the right side. He's being chased all over the court by Letcher County. He's now trapped down there in the corner, a bad position to be. Gives it out to Johnson, but they're going to call a foul. 18 seconds to go in the game. McDowell up by 2, and Stevie Hallward will be at the line shooting 1-1.
Well, they fouled McDowell's leading foul shooter, so that's our percentage on the foul line.
Coach, has Hallward missed a free throw tonight?
I don't think he has. I'm sorry we don't have any scoring up here to tell our fans how it's going. I don't believe Stevie's missed a foul shot.
Hallward going through his routine, dribbles, dribbles again. Pressure free throw here for him. Goes up and got it, rolled it in.
Coach Turner signaling for a timeout. Yes. Stevie Hallward is 8 for 9. Our able statistician, Gary over here, has found out that he's hit 8 for 9, which is terrific foul shooting. He has one more coming up, Marty.
So Hallward shooting 8 for 9 from a free throw line, has hit 3 very crucial, very pressurized free throws here near the end of the game. McDowell leading 70-67. And Hallward will be at the line when McDowell comes back onto the court for one more shot. 18 seconds to go in the game. And we'll try to give you a close countdown of the time on the clock as the progress grows from here on out. So Letcher County under an a terrible amount of pressure right now. They're hoping that Hallward misses a free throw. I'm sure Coach Turner in this timeout has asked his players to step back, to set up their defense and not foul.
Absolutely. He's not going to take the risk of fouling on a missed foul shot. So he has the other forward players back here on the defensive end of the floor. So Hallward, I'm sure, has been given instructions not to foul if he misses.
Hallward eyeing the basket. Goes through his routine, dribble, look, dribble. Looking again, up with the shot. Got it. That's 9 for 10 for him from a free throw line.
Steve. 4 clutch foul shots.
And Brown with the ball for Letcher County to Profit. Profit goes all the way in, throws it up, prayer shot, missed it. Hall with the rebound, up and in. 71-69. Letcher County with the timeout. 9 seconds to go in the game. I'm sure Letcher County is going to immediately foul when the ball comes in the play. If it was me, I'd give the ball to Hallward.
I certainly would. He's hit 9 out of 10 from foul line tonight. An interesting statistic is 29 rebounds Letcher County, 26 McDowell, after we led early in the game and possibly at halftime on the rebounding situation.
So Letcher County has come back out here in the second half, particularly here in the fourth quarter. They've cut McDowell's 7-point lead at the half and at the third quarter down to 2 now. McDowell leading 71-69. They do have the ball. 9 seconds to go in the game. And I'm sure that Letcher County, as soon as the ball is brought into play, will foul. And I'm sure that McDowell wants to get the ball into their best free throw shooter's hands. That would either be Grigsby or Hallward.
Yes, there were 2 leading foul shooters on the ball club. I think with Stevie shooting the highest percentage at this point. I've just been told by Greg Johnson through Gary that Stevie hasn't missed a foul shot. I couldn't remember him missing one, so he's made 10 out of 10 tonight.
Oh, 10 out of 10 for Hallward tonight then. I didn't think he missed any either. So Hallward is shooting 10 out of 10. We want to get him the ball if at all we possibly can. Grigsby triggers it into Johnson. Johnson's going to be fouled immediately.
Johnson should have given the ball up to Grigsby. They were wanting to foul in the backcourt. If he'd hit Grigsby earlier, I'm sure we could have run the clock out.
7 seconds to go in the game. McDowell leading 71-69. Letcher County wasted no time on the inbounds pass there to create the foul. Johnson at the line. Johnson is a good free throw shooter. He misses it though, and the rebound comes out to Pugh. Profit going to come down. 4, 3, 2. Got it, 1. The game is all tied up.
Well, we've got an overtime. 71-71. You saw it, folks. In 7 seconds.
So, Coach, we go into overtime.
They rebounded it in 7 seconds, drove down, and I don't know the kid's name, Marty, but he drove all the way through.
That was Barry Profit for Letcher County.
Passed the point player into the center position and put it up. Of course, I'm sure that everyone knows that Frank Johnson had made one or both his foul shots. The game was over, but Frank missed the first of a 1-on-1 situation. So McDowell's going to have to regroup and get back in this game. Score is tied, 71-71.
71-71 is how the first 4 quarters ended. We go into overtime. 3-minute overtime in high school basketball. McDowell wanted to get the ball inbounds there with 9 seconds to go to either Grigsby or Halbert. Failed to do so. They got it to Johnson. He was fouled. He missed the free throw with 7 seconds remaining, and Letcher County comes down and scores. So, overtime it is. Turner will be jumping against Pugh. And McDowell controls the rebound. Grigsby working one-on-one. Got it up and in.
Good move.
A good move by Grigsby. With a determined look on his face, McDowell all with a determined look on their face. I believe they're determined to blow Letcher County out in this overtime.
I believe it will.
Kraft
Keep
from
the tempo
20.
moving.
Got it. Good shot by Kraft. 73-73. 2:39 to go. Hallward with the ball now. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson back to Hallward. To Moore. Moore to Hallward. To Johnson. To Moore. To Hallward. To Johnson in the corner. He's going to bring it back out front to Grigsby. Grigsby working. Goes around the picks by Hallward. He gives it in the corner to Moore. Turner with the ball all alone. Goes up, lays it in.
All right, good movement of the ball.
75-73. 2 minutes to go here in the overtime. Brown with the ball for Letcher County. He looks, gives it across to Profit. Profit goes down the corner to Hall. Hall makes his move. He's cut off by Moore. Back to Profit. And we've got a foul going to be called on Grigsby.
Very questionable there. I thought he hit the ball, but the referee said he didn't.
75-73. McDowell leading. 1:47 to go in the overtime. At the line for Letcher County, number 30, Barry Profit, shooting 1 with a bonus. He eyes the basket, goes up, got it. 75-74. He'll have one more shot. He eyes the basket, goes up, got it. 75-75. 1:47 to go. McDowell and Letcher County trading baskets. Johnson with the ball, gives it back to Hallward. Hallward with the ball high in the air. Gives it across to Turner.
I don't understand why Hallward doesn't hit Grigsby on the wing more.
Turner back to Hallward. Hallward to Grigsby. McDowell working their number 5 offense, which is to work for the high percentage shot. It's not a delay tactic. They are looking for the shot, but they're looking for the high percentage shot. Hallward with the ball now. 1:13 to go in the overtime. Grigsby with the ball. He's cut off by Profit. Gives it on the left side here to Johnson. Goes down the corner to Hallward. Hallward brings it back out to Grigsby. Grigsby gives it to Turner. Turner with the ball, gives it to Johnson, brings it over to Hallward. 54 seconds to go in the overtime. Hallward dribbling down the right side, brings it back out front to Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Grigsby. 45 seconds to go in the overtime. Grigsby brings it back out front to Hallward. 40 seconds to go in the overtime. He gives to Johnson. Johnson working with the ball. He gives it to Turner. Turner gives it in the middle to Moore. Moore's going to go up from 5. Got it!
Good
28
shot,
seconds.
move.
McDowell leading 77-75. 24 seconds now. Profit with the ball from Letcher County. Brown has it now. Brown gives it across to Profit. The ball stolen away by McDowell. 15 seconds to go. Grigsby with the ball. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Good pass to Turner.
Ducked it! 4, 3, 2, 1. The ball game is over. McDowell wins 79-75.
A very exciting finish. I'm very happy for McDowell. They won their 22nd game. It was hard fought. Letcher County did an outstanding job coming back, tying the game up. One thing I observed tonight is McDowell's going to have to give a ball to Grigsby against that press. Halbert and Johnson just simply are handling too much against double team pressure, and they need to get the ball on that wing, left wing to Grigsby, and move it on down the floor. We're taking 8, 9, 10 seconds to get the ball across center line. And that's too much against a zone press like a 2-2-1 press. They just aren't getting the ball in the right spots against that press.
So McDowell wins it in overtime, 79-75. Stevie Hallward and Frank Johnson teaming up right there with about 8 seconds to go in the game, teaming up on the steal. Johnson gave it over to Grigsby, who threw it long down the court to Turner, who dunked the ball for McDowell's final basket. And time expired before Letcher County could get another shot at the basket. So McDowell wins it 79-75. If we can, we'll try to get for you the statistics for tonight's game. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our cameraman on the night for the fine job that he did. He's stretching his back right now, acting like it's hurting him. Well, it's hurting me too. McDowell played a fine ball game in the overtime, a very fine ball game. Here, our statistician here with the statistics.
We got 27 rebounds and 9 turnovers and 24 assists. They got 29 rebounds and 12 turnovers and 21 assists.
So McDowell out-rebounded tonight, 29-27. McDowell was led in rebounding by Frank Johnson with 3, 6, 8. Looks like he had 10. Jimmy Turner had 7. Stevie Hallward with 3. Roger Moore with 5. And Petey Grigsby with 2. Petey Grigsby had 7 assists. Frank Johnson with 4 assists. Jimmy Turner with 7 assists. Stevie Hallward 4 assists. And Roger Moore 2 assists. For Letcher County, they were led in rebounding by Eddie Kraft. He had 2, 4, 6, 7. He was followed by Jeff Hall with 7. Benny Pugh had 7 also. And Barry Prophet was 7. And number 10, Gibson, was in the game. He had 1. They were led in assists by Prophet with 7. Freddie Brown had 5. And Benny Pugh had 6. And Gibson, who was in the game, also had 3. We're going to try to get for you now the points in the game. McDowell was led in scoring by Jimmy Turner. He had 25. Roger Moore, who was, there was some doubt as to whether he would be playing tonight, chipped in with 23. Petey Grigsby had 13. Stevie Hallward with 12, shooting 10 for 10 from a free throw line with 1 field goal. Frank Johnson with 4 and Greg Short with 2. Letcher County was led in scoring by Jerry Hall. He had 24, 17 for Prophet, 17 for Kraft, 6 for Pugh, 2 for Brown, and 5 for Gibson, and 2 for Brunty. So we're going to try to get for you the seniors, the McDowell seniors, this being senior night. We're going to try to introduce them to you personally and see if we can't get some words from them.
Okay, I have here with me tonight, after this basketball game that was so exciting, McDowell winning in overtime, I have Coach Turner and his 6 graduating seniors and his 6'9" center, Jimmy Turner. Coach, congratulations on that win tonight. It was very exciting, and for a finale, I guess it was as good a show as you could ask for, particularly with the Daredevils winning.
Well, Coach, we're glad to win it, and I'll tell you one thing, it was probably a good thing that this happened to us at this particular time. You know, you don't want to lose your last ball game, but it got us used to some pressure. We had to win under some adverse conditions out there. We had to win with the other team knowing exactly what to do, and if we had taken the shot with 1:50 to go and missed, they would have beaten us. So that's why we held the basketball for the last shot.
Well, Coach, it worked. I want to congratulate all of you seniors and Jimmy Dale, too, for a very fabulous year, 22-9 on the season. Well, boys, I tell you, you certainly know how to go out. You went out in style. Stevie, were you scared on those foul shots?
No.
Stevie,
10 for 10 tonight.
Stevie Hallward went 10 for 10. Fantastic foul shooting, Stevie. A great game. Right up there's the camera. We all want to get a good look at these seniors. Steve, you played a good ball game. Congratulations on a fine season for you. Okay, who's behind? There's Frank Johnson trying to hide from the camera. Get in here hustling, Frank. What do you think about the game tonight?
It was tough.
Did you know we were going to win all the time?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I think, Coach, really that they just played when they had to tonight. I know that they're due a flat game after playing such a fine the second half of the season, but I think that'll show them a little bit of respect for other teams, and that means they're going to have to give it 100% every game from here on out.
Right. Every game from here on out is going to be in a tournament, so you know what that's like. 58th District tournament's tough. Are we ready for it, boys?
Oh, yeah. Get in here, Petey. Here's my son, Petey. I want him to be on camera before he graduates with all his friends. Petey, what do you think about tonight's game?
Well, I thought it was very tough, but I figured we'd pull it off.
I believe you boys were confident. I know you gave us a little scare on the sidelines. But anyway, you're looking forward to next week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Prestonsburg.
Well, thank you for 4 good years here at McDowell, along with your teammates. And behind him is Big Jimmy Turner. We had to put him on. He's not a senior, folks. He'll be back next year, so you got a lot to cheer for next year. What do you think about tonight's game, Jimmy Dale?
Pretty good, I guess.
I believe you're going to have to heighten the aim of the camera to get. Is Jimmy Dale on here? Okay, all 6'9" of him. Well, we're glad to win, aren't we, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy's having a good year along with your teammates out here. We're all proud of you boys, and you got another year to go. But you've been a part of V6 boys, and you make number 7. And Coach Turner said in the pregame show that these 7 boys have been the nucleus of his squad now for 2 years. Although he's lost some good boys, they have been the nucleus over the past 2 years. And here's old Jumping Roger. And we was worried about you on that comeback trail with that bad wrist, but tonight your shooting really showed up.
Yeah, I thought we was going to get beat there, man. You know, we didn't think the other team beating us. We thought we had to go out there and lay our shirts down or something. They proved different.
They proved that they could come back like everybody else, didn't they?
Sometimes those shirts don't win for you. You gotta have people in them.
Roger, I noticed, did the tape bother you on your wrist tonight?
No, that's what I put on there to help me for.
Okay, it didn't hurt you. Your shooting was all right tonight. I noticed you gave to it on passes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did it hurt any at all when you used it tonight?
Not real bad or nothing. It hurt, but on passes mostly and catching the balls when it hurt. Not real on the shot.
You ready for tournament now?
Oh, yeah, real ready.
We hope so, Roger.
Here's 2 more seniors now. We lose old Tommy McKinney here. Good addition to the team, and he's a good ball handler and can handle that ball and move it. And he's been here with the ball club this year, and he's helped out with Coach Turner. What do you think about the season and the game, Tommy?
Well, I think we had a pretty good overall performance at the end of the game, and I think that's what we need for the tournament. And I think we'll do real well.
Well, I know this. When Coach Turner needs to dip into the reserves, he's got you over there, and that gives us a good feeling to know you're backing us up over there.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Congratulations to you, Tommy. Here's old Greg Short. Old Greg's filled in good for Roger while he was out of that injury.
Yeah, I like
Look this way, Greg. Look right up there. There's the camera.
Yeah, I tried my best. That's all I could do when Roger was out.
Greg, you did more than your best. You did all right. Everybody was real pleased with the way you played over at Millard and while you were in there tonight. Nothing wrong with you when I took you out. I just wanted Roger to play some, and see if he could get that wrist over the injury and get back in the district tournament.
Well, I hope Roger did all the best. I hope it's he'll back district time because he helps us out a lot. And whenever I'm asked to go in, I just go in and try my best. That's all I can do.
Good job. That's right.
Greg did an outstanding job Tuesday night with Roger out. He chipped in about 8 points and played good defense and hustled. And when we beat Miller the other night. So here you have it. Our 6 seniors and one of our juniors and Coach Turner and the nucleus of his squad for 1981-82 with a 22-9 record going into the district tournament next week. We want to wish all of you good luck and may you go. Listen, one thing about it. Now, if you get into that regional, the 15th region drew the 14th region at Rupp Arena in the state tournament. So if you guys want to really hustle and fight for something, you could go down there and play MC Napier or Hazard or Breathitt or somebody like that.
We would like to see MC Napier again.
Love to. It's your, was this big black cat? Big black cat. It's your big black. You're the Devils.
keep an eye on it there, Roger.
Coach, a very exciting ball game tonight. You won 79-75 in overtime, a 4-point win, a very exciting victory.
It was the kind of game that keeps you on the edge of your seat and makes you wonder if you're going to win it. And, you know, I just knew when we got the ball with 1 minute and 57 seconds to go that we had to go for maybe the last shot, or what I told the boys, for sure 100% 2 points, because had they ever got the ball back and the score tied or them ahead, we were going to lose the ball game. That's all there was to it. And they came after us tonight, and we might have been a little flat.
Letcher County hit some pretty tough shots there in the overtime, but your boys, I noticed sitting up here, had an
frightened look.
No, it was more like confidence, Coach. They looked determined up here in the overtime. Frightened maybe in the fourth quarter, but determined in the overtime.
Well, yeah, we came out. We knew if you don't get determined in an overtime, you ain't going to win, Marty. So they had to get determined.
Well,
but we had sort of first of all, a nonchalant look at the beginning of the game, and then, well, you know, we're going to win. We're 13 ahead at halftime, and well, we're going to do this. Anytime now, we're going to run them out of the game. So, you know, we're just fortunate to win, and I want to compliment the boys on a big win. And I see our tape's about to run out, so we better seal this thing off. And thank Buddy Smith and Dana again for putting this on the cable. And we really appreciate what they do for us up there. This has really created big interest, great interest in our community. Everybody sees their people out there on television and in the stands, and we really appreciate what they do for us.
A very exciting victory for McDowell tonight here at the E.P. Grigsby Fieldhouse. The final game of the season, McDowell wins it 79-75 over Letcher County.